2024 is here, guys, and I know we are all excited about the new year. Some of us have even written down things to do. The new year, new me gang. You have goals written down. But wait, pause. Move closer. The one you wrote last year, were you able to achieve it? Well, if you're able to achieve it, congratulations. But this video is for those of us that write new plans every year but fail to achieve it. My name is Kyra, an interior decorator and realtor in Lagos, Nigeria. If this is your first time, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Please do well to subscribe, like, and share the video. And of course, turn on your notification button so that every time I drop a video, you'll be the first to find out. Please, guys, join the family. It doesn't cost a thing. Just one click and you're in. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of the things I did differently in 2023 that really helped me, because I noticed that I struggle, every year to meet up with my goals. And I always find out that by the end of the year, when I go back to my journal and I'm ticking boxes and I found out that some of, the things that I've planned, I'm not able to achieve it, I feel very sad. I get depressed. Sometimes I just feel like, oh, I wasted the year. But the year 2023 was a very different one for me, because I was determined to, pull through the year regardless of circumstances, because I noticed an unusual pattern since 2019. Let me just put it in the simple word: life kept on happening, and I noticed that every time that happens, I tend to fall out and basically doing nothing until the year runs out, because I keep on dwelling on those things, and I keep on asking same questions: why me, why me, why me? And I, in a blink of an eye, I realized that the year had gone by and I'm not able to achieve anything. So last year I was very determined. I made up my mind that, what, this year, no resolution, nothing. I'm not writing anything, I'm not doing anything. This year is going to be that year of vibes and inshallah. But I am going to make sure that whatever I do, I'm going to put my mind to it, and I'm just going to pull through. And guess what? 2023 was that year for me. It was a very significant year, because one of the most important things I did was to allow God. I allowed God. Before now, I always have everything planned, and I always feel like, okay, if I don't do this thing, if I don't take action, it might not happen. And eventually I realized that that's what always happens at the end of the year, when I find out that, oh, I have not been able to, achieve some of these goals. But last year, I just allowed God, and I was very, very lucky. Time was on my side. Everything just happened at the right time, and it felt like I'd pre-planned it. Meanwhile, 2023 was that year where I felt like I didn't even need to write anything, because, business as usual. And I didn't want to hurt myself any longer. I made up my mind that I was going to free myself. I was going to let go of whatever baggage I was, keeping. I allowed myself, to try new things. I had so many first times last year, first time to visit some places, first time to do some things. In fact, this YouTube channel, I started it last year, and even though I tried to be consistent as possible, but because I started to do new things and, things that I didn't expect. I graduated from film school last year. I attended 2 real estate master classes that if I wanted to, sponsor myself, I would pay thousands of naira, but I got in the 2 classes for free. And by the grace of God, things happened for me last year. I recorded a milestone. Yeah, I recorded a milestone. And I was very grateful to God for everything that I went through last year. This is not to say that I didn't have sad days, I didn't have bad days. Of course, there were days that I felt I was not doing enough, despite the whole thing happening and all of that. And I was so confused last year. My emotions were all over the place. I have not been mentally stressed in my life the way I was last year. It was crazy. And that was because everything that was happening to me was happening too fast. I really could not comprehend it. I didn't believe that those things were happening to me when it was happening. I wasn't expecting it. So my emotions were all over the place. I didn't know whether to categorize it as being excited or I was just all over the place. So if you're one of those people that have been struggling to achieve your goals in this 2024, I will just share a few things with you that I think would help. Start with the little things. The reason why you are not doing so much is because you want everything to happen at the same time. And take it a day at a time. And when you're not getting results immediately, do not quit. I think that's the problem everybody has. You try something once, twice, three times, and because you're not getting what you want, you quit. Meanwhile, there's somebody out there doing that same thing that's been on it for a very long time and then finally works out for them. So you are now seeing those people and you are wondering why yours is not working, not knowing that those people, they've been on it for a very long time. Let me just put it in a simple term. You are comparing your own seed time to their own harvest time. There is time for everything. Your seed time, your harvest time, they are two different things. So when in days of pruning, do not be in a hurry to give up. Continue to water it. The grass is greener on the other side because somebody watered it. So continue to water, continue to nurture, stay consistent. I know that word, in fact, consistency is that word that I think is one of those English words that has been overused because you hear it all the time. You hear it all the time. And to add to the word consistency, I think discipline. Discipline helps a lot. Like when you're disciplined, when you have a goal, you have your eyes on your goal, and you know what you want, it will be very difficult for somebody to convince you or to tell you otherwise. It helps you keep your eye on the goal. You are not listening to any naysay. What you want is what you want. You either get it or you get it. And also, please try to enjoy life. See, do not be so uptight because I'm telling you, this is something that people will not tell you. I've experienced some things in the past few years and I've lost loved ones, and it has made me realize that this life, it can be taken for us, in a blink of an eye. I now understand death. I understand life, and I don't take life seriously. I'm very intentional about how I live my life, the people I talk to, the people I meet, what I want to do in my life. I've understood that no matter how much knowledge you have, no matter how much money you have, regardless of your wisdom, when death comes, all of those things will matter. What is going to matter is how you have lived your life, the impact you have made. Because at the same time, I got an insight last year that living life on earth is not as important of what people will say when you are no longer on earth. I feel like that's the most important thing. When you're no longer on earth, what people say about you, the lives that you have touched, the people that you have met, in your journey of life, they are more important than all of the years you're going to live on earth. And so last year, I learned all of this differently. And this year, I'm not going to be living this year with vibes and inshallah again because I just risked it and it worked. But this year I'm going to have goals, but I'm still going to let God. I'm still going to leave that space, for God to work. And so if you're one of those people that you'll be struggling with, meeting up with your goals, number one, start with the little things. Don't rush. These things will happen in their time, not in your own time, not when you want it to happen, in their time. And again, discipline. You have to be disciplined. And also, you have to be contented with what you have at the moment. And last year, something happened to me. I was meditating on some things and, I was praying. And in the place of prayer, it got to a point I was so angry and I started asking God, why am I not doing this? Why are you not giving me the opportunity to do this? Why am I not doing this? You created me here and I expect some things to be happening for me already. And then the Spirit of God told me something. He said, the little things that I've given to you, what have you been able to do with it? How many lives have you touched with it? I handed you little things. That little thing, what have you been able to achieve with it? So how am I supposed to trust you with the big things when the little thing I've given to you, you have not been able to do anything with it? And in that moment, I realized that I don't need the fattest bank account to fulfill my purpose. I need to start where I am. I need to nurture myself, and I need to take my time, to learn and to grow with it, because that is the only way out. And I realized that I can only achieve the big things with what I've been able to do with the little things. Those things just kept me grounded. And even though there were some aspects of my life where I felt I was failing, now I know what to do. Now I know the right steps, the right decisions to make, the things to do, the things to not do. And I am wiser in that part of my life. And I'm really grateful to God that I have the opportunity to see 2024. You think whether they are telling you from a place of jealousy or hatred, or you think they're telling you from a place of love, yeah? But most of the times we tend to believe that, oh, this person is just saying it, this is just, this person just doesn't like me. But when you ask yourself these questions, you actually be more honest with yourself, and it helps because I did it, and it worked for me. And so I would advise that this year you can try self-appraisal. It works. So one more thing I did last year was to let go of some things. I let go of so many things. I was holding on to so many things, thinking that, oh, if I continue to hold on, maybe I'll get them. I let go. I left it. You know, I just didn't disturb myself anymore. And I realized that I was at peace. My soul was at peace. I was genuinely happy with myself. I was very, very happy. And to tell you the truth, for you to, achieve a goal, for you to do things, for you to move your industry to another level, for you to stand out, you have to be a strong person. You have to be resilient. You have to be mentally sound and stable. If you don't possess any of these traits, it will be very, very difficult for you to achieve anything in this year, to be honest with you. Prioritize yourself. I mean, people will move on, but put yourself first. This is that year where you should stop putting people before you. This is 2024. Nobody really cares. Then the moment you drop dead, or the moment anything happens, the highest people will mourn or cry for is just 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, everybody will move on. Everyone will move on. So prioritize your self-care. Be there for yourself first. before thinking of somebody else, because that was something I started to do last year. And I noticed that when I started, you know, I gained more enemies. So be ready. When you start to put yourself first, you get more enemies. People will start to think you're selfish, and it's okay as long as it makes you happy. Because when it doesn't work for people, it's a bad thing. But when it works for them, you know, anything goes. So that's how people are. So guys, this year 2024, I hope that we do new things, we do great things. And please guys, take it slow. Life now one. You know, we only live once. So please take things slow and just give things time. As I hope that we become the best version of ourselves and we do new things and great things for ourselves. And I also wish us all of the best of the new year. And I hope that we are able to achieve our goals this year. And all I'm just going to say, in closing is that just trust God and don't be in a rush. Don't rush. These things will happen. Don't rush. Trust God. Trust the process. Take your time. Be diligent. Be steadfast, and watch all your dreams come to pass. And I hope that the little things I've shared would help somebody out there. If you watched this video until now, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, very very important. Please share the video and turn on the notification bell, so every time a video drops you get notified. So until my next video, bye for now.